Okay. Good morning, class. Let us do the question answers and exercises of the chapter Religious Movements, page 78. Exercise 1. Choose the correct option. Who established four mathas of Hindu culture at four corners of India? Answer is Shankaracharya. 1B. Will you please keep quiet? Number 2, the Rajputs in North India were the followers of Hinduism. 2B. Number 3, a majority of people followed Shaivism, Vaishnavism, and Jainism in Delhi Sultanate. 3A. Number 4, the Mughals observed Islam liberally. 4B. Number 5, Hindu saints emphasized on bhakti as a means to attain salvation. 5A. Number 6, the Sufi saints did not believe in dash worship. All of these. 6D. Number 7, Guru Nanak was born at Talwandi. 7A. Second exercise, write true or false. Number 1, one of the incarnations of Vishnu is Hanuman. True. Number 2, the ultimate goal of all Hindus is to pray God. True. Number 3, one of the Hindu matha is at Badrinath. True. Number 4, Ramanuja was indeed a great theologist. True. Number 5, some of the Bhakti saints preached in foreign languages. False, underline foreign and write there local. Number 6, the Hindus and the Muslims were brotherly and loving to each other. True. Number 7, the Sufis were divided into different sects. Write their false, underline sects, and write their orders or silsilas. ORDERS, orders, or silsila, SILSILAHS, silsilas. Number 8, Swami Ramananda was Kabir's guru. True. Number 3, rearrange the following accordingly. Number 1, Kirtan would be matched with D, temple, Hindus. 1D, 1-4. Got it? Number 2, Qawwali will match with Dargah, 2C, and Muslims, 2-1. Number 3, Gurbani would match with Gurudwara, 3A, and 6, 3-2. Did you get it? Last, prayers would be matched with church, 4B, and Christians, 4-3. Did you get it? Answer the following questions in short. Exercise 4. Write the names of 2 Hindu sects. Now please write it. The names of 2 Hindu sects are Shaiva and Vaishnava sects. Shaiva, 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 and Vaishnava, Vaishnava, Vaishnava sects in the North India. Alvars and Nayanar sects in the South India. Alvars, Alvars, A capital, and Nayanars, Nayar, Nayanar sects, N capital, in the South India. Question number 4-2. Which was the most widespread religion in the medieval India? Right? Write the answer here. Hinduism was the most widespread religion in medieval India. Please mark the from the question only, mark the remaining part. Hinduism was the most widespread religion in medieval India. Number 3, where was Shankaracharya born? Right, page 72. Come to the center of the first paragraph on given. Can you see Shankaracharya? Shankaracharya was born around 788 AD and belonged to Kerala. This is your 4-3. It is 4-3, na? Yeah. Now coming to 4-4. Who was one of the most popular followers of Bhakti Marga? Please write the name here. Sant Kabir Das, S-A-N-T, S capital, Sant, K capital for Kabir, K-A-B-I-R, D capital for Das, D-A-S. Sant Kabir Das, now mark from the question only, was one of the most popular followers of Bhakti Marga. Did you get it? Next.
Yes.
4-5. What helped the Hindus and the Muslims in broadening their religious horizons? Write down, write it here. Local languages, comma, simple teachings and ways, simple teaching and ways, comma, equality in the society, I repeat, local languages, comma, simple teachings and ways, comma, equality in the society. Now, mark from the question only, help the Hindus and the Muslims in broadening their religious horizons. Clear? Number 6, 4-6. What did the Bhakti saints believe? Page 73. Can you see basic principles? Mark from 1st till 4th. I'll read out. A loving relationship between a devotee and his personal God. Number 2, discarding of rituals and sacrifices as modes of worship. Number 3, purity of heart and mind, kindness. Number 4, discarding of all discrimination based on gender, caste, or creed. And number 5, brotherhood of mankind. 4-6. Marked. Come to 4-7. What were the teachings of Ramanuja? Right, page 72. Can you see a new paragraph of Ramanuja was born? Now leave that first sentence. Come. He preached. Can you see he preached? Now underline he and write there Ramanuja. Okay. Ramanuja preached the Bhakti Marga. He emphasized that love and devotion were necessary for the worship of God. He regarded all human beings as equal. For him, no one was high or low. Every man could attain salvation by the true worship of Vishnu. Till here, marked 4-7. Coming to 4-8. Who authenticated the holy book Guru Granth Sahib? Page 77. Can you see Sikhism? Come to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th line. The holy book was finally completed and authenticated by Guru Gobind Singh. Now, here the holy book was is written. You will add the name also. The holy book Guru Granth Sahib was, and then you can continue. Clear? Clear? Next, Answer the following questions in detail. Define Hinduism. Now this answer again I'm dictating. Though the call is getting recorded, if you wish to write, you can write. If you miss out, you can check the video. Define Hinduism. The word Hindu is derived from the Indo-Aryan. The word Hindu is derived from the Indo-Aryan and Sanskrit word in single inverteds, write Sindhu, S-I-N-D-H-U, inverteds close, comma, which means a large body of water, which means a large body of water. Full stop. The term Hindu in these ancient records, the term Hindu in these ancient records is an ethno-geographical, ethno, E-T-H-N-O, ethno dash geographical, G-E-O-G-R-A-P-H-I-C-A-L, ethno-geographical term and did not refer to a religion. And did not refer to a religion. Full stop. Hinduism, a dominant religion, D-O-M-I-N-A-N-T, a dominant religion of India, emphasizes dharma, E-M-P-H-A-S-I-Z-E-S, emphasizes dharma, D-H-A-R-M-A, dharma, with its resulting ritual, and social observances, O-B-S-E-R-V-A-N-C-E-S, observances, and often mystical, M-Y-S-T-I-C-A-L, mystical contemplation, C-O-N-T-E-M-P-L-A-T-I-O-N, contemplation, and ascetic practices, A-S-C-E-T-I-C, ascetic practices. Let me quickly explain this to you. The word Hindu is derived from the Indo-Aryan and Sanskrit word Sindhu. That means the derivation of the word is from Indo-Aryan and Sanskrit word. Okay, Sindhu, which means the body of water. Clear? And earlier in the ancient times, the term Hindu was just considered a word. It was not a religion that they called Hindu. Okay? It was that anyone living in India, Hindustan, was called Hindu. Okay? Then the word Hinduism is a religion, and it means it is a dominant religion. That means it is a dominating religion which was followed by many. That is why it was dominant. And it emphasized dharma. That it said that all should follow the dharma. Dharma ka marg follow karna was the main aim. Now, these lines are important because they emphasize dharma with its resulting rituals. That means all the performances, all the rituals were to be followed, and social observances, जो समाज के लिए जरूरी है, observations और करना, वो करते थे वो लोग, and often mystical contemplation. Mystical means जैसे ईश्वर ने ये कहा है. Now this we cannot prove it. It is mystical, isn't it? Word of God, you cannot prove it. You can follow the right thing. but you cannot prove कि ये ईश्वर नहीं कहा है. We believe that, isn't it? So that is called mystical contemplation. Contemplation means to think over and derive at a result. Clear? Then ascetic practices. Ascetic क्या होता है? सन्यासी. तो वैराग्य की भावना, that means not into worldly pleasures. So this was the concept of Hinduism. It has a number of difficult words, and I saw one of you giggling. That means you were not bothered to understand the meaning, you were just writing. So here I am to explain. Now each word which is written here, I hope is clear. I hope it's clear. Moving on to the next one. 5.2. What do you understand by Bhakti movement in Hinduism? Page 73. Come to, can you see the Bhakti movement written here? Mark very carefully, the whole thing is the answer. Just leaving out a few points. I begin. The word Bhakti means devotion or love for God. Its teachings did not believe in caste distinctions or class hatred. Its followers are divided into two groups, those believing God having a form, Saguna, and those believing God as formless, Nirguna. The followers of Saguna Bhakti worshipped their gods in different forms and in various incarnations. The followers of Nirguna Bhakti considered God as omnipresent and residing in every heart. After you mark till here, then leave a sentence. Both believed in Upanishadic philosophy of Advaita or non-duality of God. All the Bhakti saints laid great emphasis on attaining true knowledge from a guru. Clear? So this covers that the Bhakti movement and Hinduism. Clear? Next, question 5.3. Okay, so here we are. Moving further, what were the teachings of Bhakti saints? Please write it down. Number 1, there is only one God and all people are equal in the eyes of God. There is only one God and all are equal in the eyes of God. There is only one God and all people are equal in the eyes of God. Number 2, one can attain God not through rites and rituals, but through love and devotion. I repeat, number 2, one can attain God not through rites and rituals, but through love and devotion. Number 3, everyone should live a pure and simple life. Who's continuously talking? You leave otherwise if you're not interested. Number 3, everyone should live a pure and simple life. Number 4, they condemned caste system and taught in local language. Full stop. They believed in the concepts of equality and universal brotherhood. I repeat all the 4 points. Number 1, there's only one God and all people are equal in the eyes of God. Number 2, one can attain God not through rites and rituals, but through love and devotion. Number 3, everyone should live a pure and simple life. Number 4, they condemned caste system and taught in local language. They believed in concept of equality and universal brotherhood. 5.3 done. 5.4, who were Sufi saints? What did they do? Page 76. Okay, mark The Sufis were organized into orders and silsilas. By the 13th century, there were 12 silsilas. Each one was identified by a prominent saint who lived in Khang along with his disciples. Some of the popular silsilas were Chishtis, the Sohrawardis, the Firdavasiya, and Kubarvaya, and the Kalandariya. Marked till here. Now, the teachings of Sufism. The main principles of Sufism were, pick the first one, God is one and all powerful, all men are his children. Number two, take the second one, if one truly loves God, then one comes nearer to God and to one's own fellow men. Number three, prayers, fasts, and rituals were not so important as the true love of God. Then leave fourth one, come to the fifth one. Respect all human beings is necessary. Respect for all human beings is necessary. And then come to the last one. People should follow the teachings of a Peer who was like the Hindu Guru. So in this first, second, third, fifth, and the last point you will write. This is your answer 5-4. Number 5. What are the main principles of Islam? Write page 72. Can you see development of religious system under the Delhi Sultanate? Line below it. Second part of that line. The main principles of Islam were the following. Put a tick mark on all the 5. Let me quickly read it. Number 1, there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his prophet. Number 2, Muslims must pray 5 times a day. Number 3, Muslims must give alms to the poor and needy. Number 4, Muslims must observe fast during the holy month of Ramadan. Number 5, Muslims must take a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in a lifetime if they can afford. The pilgrimage is known as Hajj. That's it. Yeah, I hope I'm clear.